Ladies and gentlemen, here is our homework video for 5.5, Intro to Quadratic Transformations. This shouldn't take too long. We're starting our lesson tomorrow, and we will continue part 2 of that on Friday. And so we are going to divide our notes into 4 sections. On 4 boxes like that, because there are 4 different types of transformations that you guys are going to be held accountable to. Now these will make much more sense as we do our exploration on our laptops tomorrow. But there are going to be 4 different ways that we can move around the quadratic function that forms a parabola. And the first way is if we have y equals ax squared. And this causes, it's called a vertical stretch or a horizontal stretch. Vertical goes up and down, and horizontal goes left and right. For example, if we have y equals 2x squared, that makes the graph vertically stretch, and it also looks skinnier. Y equals 1/2 x squared, the fraction, will make the graph look wider. We'll do examples of this tomorrow. Y equals, in parentheses, bx squared also is a vertical stretch, up and down, or a horizontal stretch. Left to right. So for example, if we have y equals, in parentheses, 2x squared, same thing. This graph is going to be skinnier or more narrow. Or y equals 1/2 x squared. In parentheses, that graph will be wider. Another type of transformation is y equals x minus c squared in the parentheses. This is called horizontal translation. Horizontal meaning left and right. So for example, if you have a negative c value, you shift the graph to the right. It's the opposite of what you would think. We're going to discuss that tomorrow as we do a couple examples. If you have a positive c value, that shifts the graph to the left, or horizontal translation. In fact, let's use the word shift there as well. Let's add that. And finally, we'll have another type of transformation, y equals x squared plus d. And this is a vertical translation or shift. And this moves the graph up or down. So for example, if you have a positive d value, it shifts the graph up. If you have a negative d value, it shifts the graph down. Okay, so forgot to do two examples for this horizontal shift right here. So for example, if I have y equals x minus 1 squared, this is a negative c value, so this would shift the graph to the right. Y equals x plus 2 squared in parentheses would shift the graph to the left. Last two examples. Y equals x squared plus 2. This d value on the outside, this constant on the outside, is going to shift the graph or translate the graph up. I have y equals x squared minus 5. That's going to shift the graph down. So those are going to be the 4 different types of translations or transformations that we do for quadratic functions, and we will practice that tomorrow.